Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, perfectly. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How are
Awesome.
you?
Good. I'm chilling. I rested really well last night, so I'm feeling good about today and excited to get into this lesson.
Yeah,
So,
awesome.
yeah, so what are we going over today?
Yeah, so actually I was kind of hoping that you might be able to help me decide here. So I sent you like two batches of Slippies. One is the first one was versus a Fox.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is versus a Falcon.
Okay.
Um, so the Fox was pretty. Okay, so I'll give you like generally my feelings on both sessions, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can tell me, and then I'll tell you kind of like what I was hoping we could go over, and you tell me which one you think sounds better.
Okay.
Um, so versus the Fox, my feeling was the neutral felt relatively straightforward, nothing too complicated. A lot of the scrambles
Mm-hmm.
seemed to make sense. Nothing was too out of like my understanding. Everything felt fine for the most part, but he just hit really hard, like much harder than I was really able to keep up with. It felt like, especially towards the end of the session, I think almost every hit he got was like 60 to 90%, pretty consistently, which feels like it shouldn't be happening, at least not that consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to learn how to mitigate. Partly because of this, I want to learn how to mitigate a little bit Fox's punish,
Okay.
um, which is maybe what I would hope to focus on if we were to go over the Fox games. And then versus the Falcon, my takeaway was um, I think I need to hit Falcon harder because it was kind
Mm.
of a similar thing where I felt like the neutral didn't feel too like out of my realm of understanding, but it just felt like
One
I
sec.
wasn't hitting. Sorry, go ahead.
I told you I was just starting my lesson.
I didn't hear you, so I didn't.
I know I'm talking right now. What's up? Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. Everything all right?
Yeah, no, we're good. I told my mom I was starting my lesson, and then she like forgot and was like, "There's some clothes here," so I was like, "Okay, no problem."
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so you're talking about the Falcon. You were
Uh,
saying the punish game or something like that.
yeah. Just basically, I feel like I kind of understood a lot of the situations in the neutral or in scrambles, but it felt like I think a consistent problem I have is I don't feel like I'm hitting Falcon hard enough.
Uh huh.
Um, I don't because it feels like whenever I see good even like the best Falcos play versus Falcon, they're not really. I don't know. I don't feel like I see Falcos really like death combo Falcon that much. It feels like a lot of like segmented punishes that are disconnected but kind of connected, and that eventually lead to like the Falcon dying or being in a bad spot. Um, and then they set up like an edge guard, and they like tend to be at least hitting the edge guard like maybe like a third to a half of the time. But I'm not really hitting the edge guards even that remotely consistently. There's certain edge guard situations I really want to figure out better because I feel like Falcon players will get away with them a lot, and I can't quite figure out what I'm doing wrong to allow them to get away with it. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to like study those more, and maybe get your insight because I watched like you versus SJ the last time you guys played. I think it was a double down, and it looked like you beat him pretty solidly, but I don't even feel like you were hitting him. I mean, just from my perspective, it didn't seem like you were hitting him too hard, but yet you won anyway. And I'm like, is that just how the matchup is? Like you kind of just hit him a little bit here and there, and just try to mitigate his punishes so that he doesn't kill you off the hit, and then get an edge guard and then try to kill him at least a few times every time you set him off stage. Kind of seems like that seems to be how the matchup plays out. Maybe if that's not what's planned, that at least is it looks like is happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's my current perspective on
Okay.
both of these sessions, and I don't know what you think would be. I mean, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really. I feel like maybe because I feel like these are both persistent problems for me. Like versus Falcon, I don't feel like I generally don't do that great versus Captain Falcon. Like really fast, really punish heavy Falcons. I don't really do all that great against them. And then versus Foxes who punish really hard and really fast, I don't do that well against them. So it's not. I'm not really super like picky about which one we go over, I guess.
Okay. Okay. I think that was actually a lot of good info. From listening to that, I would say that like let's go over the Fox videos really quick, and let's like try to keep it snappy. And
Okay.
it seems like the Falcon, like it seems like there's some pretty serious issues with Falcon. Like
Yeah.
the way you're describing it is the like nothing at all like the way I would describe it, and so I think we're gonna spend the majority of time going over that because I think like Falco basically like can zero death Falcon like almost every time. Like Falco literally like hits harder than Falcon in the matchup, like a lot of the time. The neutral is like massively Falco favored. A lot of times the reason why you don't see consistent zero deaths in tournament is just from like the fact that like neutral doesn't always lend itself to the correct combo, like just because there's so many dynamic ways that the characters can move around. But like if you get like a really good whiff punish or something like that, Falcons should be dying like half the time, probably more if you don't mess up. So I definitely want to spend the majority of the time going over that because I feel like that's like you're like really far off on that matchup because I feel like that matchup is completely ultra free. Falco dominates neutral, hits just as hard if not harder, like. So we'll go over that mostly, and let's just go over the Fox matches really quick, and I'll just kind of point out what I see. Because from what I remember, like, you're fairly advanced in this matchup, so you might just be starting to hit Foxes now that are, like, at kind of, like, that next level. Because you've been, like, from what I remember, like, you're pretty good at the matchup in general, so it might just be that you're playing, like you're just kind of starting to reach a higher level of play, and then the stuff isn't quite working as well. So let's just go over the Fox stuff really quick, and then we'll go to the Falcon stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, one other thing I really want to mention that's super important. So I don't know if you remember, but last time we talked, you mentioned that I should focus on trying to play more
fast.
Like speedy and cracked, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fast. So I've been doing that, and what I've been doing is so like every day when I practice now, I'll do I have like 2 accounts on unranked that I use. The first is just kind of like me playing as I normally do, and like trying to like like I'm just being very like aware of every situation. I'm taking it really slow and careful, and that's like my default play. And then once I finish practicing that, I will switch to my other account, which is this account. It's called the Flash, and I'm just like trying to play as fast as I possibly can. Well, as fast as I can, but like I kind of struggle sometimes. And then what I've noticed is that it's hard for me to play really fast. And like I don't like playing really fast against really good players. So like I play really fast against someone that's so good already. It feels really difficult to like want to play really fast and cracked, and also to like even keep up with them, because in the like when I first started, I would try to play really cracked against like insanely good players, and I just didn't get to play. I was just getting run over. Like it wasn't like it felt like a one-player game, and so like I kind of started trying to like and that's kind of what happened here is like I ran into these really good players, both this Fox and this Falcon, and then I was starting off like, okay, I'm going to play really fast, and then I realized they're really good, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I can't play really fast, otherwise I can't move. I'm just going to get run over. And so I like... one important thing to note about both of these sessions is that I'm in this weird in-between space where I'm not lasering. Because I'm trying to be fast.
No, dude, this is exactly... Like, this is part of the process. This happened to me a lot, too, where... I would say that like basically I try to like turn off the smart part of my brain to go fast, but then like I mess up going fast, so then I'm just like going slow and being stupid.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Now I'm just looking like I'm slow and dumb. And
Yeah.
it's like, so yeah, like these games are weird because it's like I do think that these guys were good and I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe they. Well, I'll say that there's a very good chance they would have beaten me even if I was trying very hard and like just
Mm-hmm.
being really slow and dumb or slow and smart. But I think that these sessions are also not totally representative of like my normal play because I'm like kind of in the weird in between where I'm like, I'm trying to be fast, but I'm like
Yeah.
also, yeah. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer just so you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Okay. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. It's. I know. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's really.
so if you're encountering the I don't feel fast or smart thing, that's good. That means keep pushing.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged by negative results. The fact that you're doing a lot worse is proof that you're doing an exercise that you're not used to. And so like this massive dip shows that you don't play like that enough or you don't exercise that like type of play enough.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so I would say definitely like keep that up. Versus players that are way better than you, I would say like you can keep it up and just get bodied. I don't like I do understand like I think that like basically if you're trying to play fast and somebody's just force stalking you every game and you would rather have good practice, then like it's totally fine to like play your normal style. Um, like you don't have to just keep forcing it when it's not worth anything. But I also think that like it's an important balance to not get sucked into like playing the way that you're comfortable with, because like the whole point of it is to play in a way that like you're very uncomfortable with and try to get good at it. So it's like you kind of have to like play around with it of like, all right, I'm playing really fast and really stupid, and then try to be like, okay, I'm playing really fast but like a little bit less stupid, and then maybe you slow it down a little bit and you're like, okay, this is my smart play, now let me try to speed up the smart play a little bit, and then you're like, all right, now after a little bit of that I go back to the fast play, and you're trying to like merge those two until you're just fast and smart. But until that point you're gonna have fast and smart on like two separate ends of your brain, and they're like you're trying to like push them closer to each other. So yeah, just a little like encouragement there that I think you're probably, if that's what you're encountering and it's really frustrating, you're probably doing a good job. If you were like, yeah, I feel like I've been doing it and I'm getting faster and it's just about the same, I would have been a little suspicious. So
Right.
I'm actually glad that it's like kind of annoying you, and I want you to definitely keep that up. Honestly, part of me thinks that like you shouldn't put it on a different account, and I think you might want to commit to it a little bit harder. Um, I did it for a month straight, and I didn't like break character or whatever you want to call it. Like I didn't like I entered under my own tag, and I went and I lost to people I shouldn't be losing to normally, and like honestly, losing under your own tag and like going to tournaments and trying to play like this is a big part of like how to get through it, is like having painful losses while playing fast is like, and you're committed to playing fast, you're like, fine, you watch the VOD, like how can I go fast without being such a dummy, and like you just kind of have to accept that it's going to be like a difficult weakness to overcome, since you've spent the last like several years like laser dash backing and playing very like careful and like structured and stuff like that.
Right. I think for what it's worth, that is actually almost definitely true. That part of why I have a second account is like kind of protecting my ego.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another part of it though that's like I think for VOD analysis specifically, I don't know if I really even should be analyzing VODs of myself when I'm being fast and dumb, because I don't know if there's anything to gain from that. So I like decided early on that I should just play both, like one side. I should have like one account where I'm dedicated to playing how I would, so I can analyze those VODs if I'm doing poorly there, and then have another account where I'm playing fast, and then I don't worry about analyzing the VODs of that the gameplay under those under that account at all.
No. So because if your goal is to fuse super speed with the smarts, right? That's what I keep saying. And so it's like if you know how you usually play and you know the level of decisions you're usually making, going over your VODs of you spamming options as fast as you can is really useful, because you'll say, oh, like when I'm trying to play fast, I do this one really greedy down air. I need to learn to play fast without doing this bad down air. Stuff like that. It's actually like a way easier analysis than it is on like, careful normal decision making. It's just like, oh, don't do that. Oh, playing fast doesn't mean no lasers. Like it's hard to like get through stuff like that. But I do think like analyzing it and like taking it seriously is really important, rather than treating it as like this side thing where it's like, oh, I go totally brainless mode sometimes, but it's not really me. It's like, no, it is you. It's just you playing differently,
Right.
So I think What's up?
I guess I'm worried that like if I spend too much time like going down the rabbit hole of fast, I'm gonna forget how to be smart.
You won't.
You know what I mean?
It's okay. It's okay. You have to let go. I went through this. I went through the same thing. It's your ego trying to keep you in what's comfortable, and it's like it's very difficult to like get large jumps in skill while remaining comfortable and like not dipping in results ever. If you really want to be good, you have to be like the most uncomfortable. You have to be more uncomfortable. Your ego has to be more bothered. Like, I feel like I improved so much as a player in general, both mental game wise and like at the game, from picking up Falco and really like experiencing a ton of painful losses, and have a lot of people who I was way better than are now better than me, and stuff like that, and like struggling through that for like months and months and months. It really like, like what's that phrase with like the north winds made the Vikings or something like that, where it's like the hardships are what make you improve as a player. So like I think you really got to go kind of all the way into that, and like I always like, you will always be able to go back. Like it's okay. I run into this with people all the time where like they're like, yeah, but if I try this out, then like what if it just ruins this perfect structure that is my already mid-level play? And it's like, no, you're not. It's not gonna like ruin it. Like the goal is to like get better overall, and you will improve overall when you leave your comfort zone. And you just have to trust. You have to trust the process.
All right. I'll delete I'll just focus on fast then. Only one account.
All right, let's go. Good. And analyze the VODs. Try to make your fast play smarter.
Right.
Okay, so let's just go over the Fox one really quick, and I'm not going to focus a lot on your decision making that much. I'm going to focus a lot more on their punishes and how to mitigate them, since that was like what you were primarily focused on, and then I'm going to like go and spend like the majority of the lesson on the Falcon.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Nice punish. Nice, perfect. I don't like the down air there. Like I think the back air is just better. It has a little bit more range here than the down air.
So I was gonna say really quick, the reason specifically I did the down air was because I labbed this out a while ago, and I found out that Fox can live shine back air at up to like 90%, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I guess shine turnaround down air is like optimal up until 90%, and then just shine back air every time.
I use a really weird strategy on this stage, so I use something really weird here that I don't even know if it's the best thing, but I always do it here right now on wall ride. Is I drop straight down shine and like invincible shine, and what it basically does is like the wall ride on fountain, because of this slope, if you drop straight down and shine, the shine misses every time on the wall ride. And so I just do drop, shine, double jump, back air, and they miss the tech and they get stage spiked every time. It's not, maybe they could read it and maybe it's not the best thing ever. I'm not sure, but I use it constantly and it works really well.
You're saying you shine them like as they're starting the up B, basically?
No, like I miss the shine. I can show you a replay of it a
Oh.
little bit later. Like, basically, I just drop Shine back air, and the Shine will miss because they're wall riding on this slope, and then the back air hits, but they tried to tech the Shine. So
Oh,
then
and then
they,
they
they,
get
they just get stage spiked, and it kills it like
I
any
see, I
any
see.
percent. But I don't really know. The down air here is not a huge deal. Let's just keep moving. It's roughly equivalent to the back air. I think the back air probably would have hit here, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think my takeaway was just like I should just down air sooner because I did it like 4 frames late instead of like right away. So
Okay, well, yeah, let me know how that goes. It might be better than what I'm doing. I'm not really sure. Okay.
yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. Okay. Yeah, so your punishes have not been great so far. Missed a few critical things. Like Falco, like basically Falco can build damage so easily. Like his combo game on stage where he's building damage is actually kind of like irrelevant. The only thing that really matters is like what position the opponent's in when the combo ends. And so like your combos so far you've been hitting him and building damage, but then they end in like that. Like they kind of end in like a neutral type situation or like on ledge here, and so you've basically done like 5 combos of the stock without killing him. And those stocks do happen, but it's just important to focus more on the combo ending in a good spot rather than like doing the perfect 0 death.
Right.
Okay, I'm just gonna look for his combos.
This particular game, I don't think he hit very hard, but I think like the last game especially. Or
Okay,
like
let's
the
just go to
last few
that one
games.
then. I want to get through this Fox stuff as fast as I can.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you said the last game, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think the last one I sent you.
Okay. This is the one on Yoshi's, right?
I think so. I can't
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
It might, but I'm pretty sure it's right. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Whatever. Doesn't bother me. Let me know if you see him do like a punish you're curious about. 'Cause he
I think
doesn't-
that punish that ended. With
Okay,
him
I
missing
wasn't
the
sure
card.
if that was something you were counting or not.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's see. So he
it's
gets
kind
the
of a weird
knockdown,
one,
up air, fair, down tilt, tech chase, up air. All of that is just like a normal combo. Like there's nothing you can do about it. This nair. So right here, you go for this really greedy double jump down air. That's why you just take so much damage. Like you definitely could have just played this out way more defensively. Like there's like if you're playing against a really really good Fox, you should basically be under the assumption that like this is the position you will end up in every single combo. Like when I'm playing Null or something and he's playing really on point, like this is about as best as I can expect after a Fox combo is to be like here. And you just have to be a lot more careful, like getting back, use the platforms, go to ledge. Like doing this double jump down air is very much just like, I don't like disadvantage, give me advantage instead. And then like you're almost always gonna get traded on or like just straight up beat here by other moves. And then you're in like a way worse edge guard. It's kind of like versus Fox, where like as Falco, most of your combos should put Fox into like some form of like an edge guard state, and he has to kind of like accept that and recover.
Right.
Like it's like he's like, oh, what could I have done to avoid being edge guarded here? And it's like nothing. Like you just got hit and then you got tech chased. Like it's just kind of how the game works. So a lot of it is probably going to come down to just like the amount, like the percentage of actual kill. Small detail here, right here, just double jump side B.
I see.
I'm not sure
Right.
actually. 77. Can he still tech that? Maybe. I don't remember perfectly. I need to look that up. I usually would side B there though.
Okay.
Just mentioning something small I saw.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely looks like you're opting a lot more for like your normal style this game than like anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying that like so like specifically what happens is like the first game I'll go fast and then as I start to struggle more, I start to default back to my normal style.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Yeah.
I would notice that in tournament, like it was really hard, especially like during the era where like I was trying to go really fast and I lost to Johnny like 8 times in a row, and I would like notice that I would be playing him and like I would be losing, and then I would realize that I started winning, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm winning, and I would realize that I had just been like laser camping, and I was like, no, dude, no, like, and you have to force yourself to just go in and like lose the way you want rather than winning in the way you didn't intend to. It's a tough battle all the time to like fight against the impulses to play like your normal way.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
And that's why people stagnate a lot. It's really, really hard to be like, you know what? I'm just a worse player now, and play way worse. People work really hard to get like up the ladder, and so it's hard to like quote go backwards, but it's actually just the secret way up the ladder.
Right.
Is to go backwards.
I think in hindsight, watching this back and hearing you kind of talk about that punish earlier, it seems like I'm guessing that for the most part, the big takeaway is just going to be that these punishes are pretty like standard. I'm just going to have to accept that I'm going to get hit.
Yeah, he's not even like punishing that hard. It's just that like as you get to a higher level in Fox Falco, everything becomes very cutthroat. Like when you're playing like Plups Fox or something, it's going to become like you got a shine out of shield on his drill. Like if you can't kill him off of this, you will be at like a slight disadvantage because he's gonna kill off of his next hit or whatever, and that's just high level melee. The game just gets extremely cutthroat between spacies, and so I think it's a lot less like I was expecting a lot of like up air loops, and I was gonna like go in. So there was the one thing I wanted to mention that we didn't come across, which is basically when Fox does like up air, up air, up air. There is like a DI that can like get you out of that almost every time, and it requires an SDI. But basically, Fox hits you up with an up air, and you DI away, so you go like pretty far away from the up air, to the point where he has to do like dash full hop up air to hit you again. And then what you do is you SDI in so that his up air hits backwards. So it's like so like if we're like here or something like that, and then so he hits me with one up air, and then I kind of go like this, and then he's like running underneath me to like full hop up air here. You just SDI this way so that his up air hits from the opposite side, and then from here you'll go like this, and then he's still stuck like landing his up air over here, and then you're fine. So it's like you force his momentum this way, and then you SDI to get hit this way, and that's kind of like the way to get out of the up air loops. Other than that, there's not really like a way out.
Yeah. I think that concept vaguely makes sense to me. I kind of intuitively known that, but I think I don't actually pay attention to when it comes up in matches, so I just let him get away with it. Yeah.
No, I believe that. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention it. I didn't really see any examples of that. It's just something to keep in mind. Yeah. Honestly, like I said, it wasn't as much that he was hitting hard. It was that you weren't hitting hard enough.
For sure.
So I think that was more of the issue there. All right, let's go over these Falcon games, because the way you were talking about Falcon made me like, I'm really curious what's going on. So Um, basically, this matchup is very like fishing oriented, where like you want a shine or an up tilt, and Falcon he wants a knockdown, and that's pretty much it. Like he wants like a nair grab, and grab like gives him the knockdown, or he wants like a stomp, which gives him the knockdown, and all you want is like you want to get him with an up tilt or a shine, and that is kind of the matchup. And you have lasers, which allow you to get shines and up tilts way easier than he can hit stomps and grabs and nairs. So that kind of comes down to that. So let's look and see what's going on here. So, okay, so first of all, this should be down air, like down air here.
Yeah.
And the dash JC shine is really useful here because a lot of times you'll down air and they go like at this angle where they're like in front of you, and that's when you do dash JC shine waveland to catch it. You'll definitely have enough time.
For sure.
So yeah, so definitely like keeping the staying low to the ground as Falco during the punish is pretty significant against Falcon. You don't really want to like get shines on the top plat and stuff like that. If you have to, maybe, yeah, but like you basically want to mostly combo Falcon with short hops, and then at the end you can maybe do full hop back air, double jump down air or something like that. But you really want to keep him low with like shines. Like I'll combo Falcon a lot with like shine, and then I'll do like nair forward smash or something like that. Like you can keep it really simple as long as you get him off stage because the edge guard is so strong. So yeah. Like this situation should have just been like a pillar, and then when you go for the platforms, he can kind of get out. And in this situation, it almost looks like you're treating this as like he has like a Marth Fair, but he doesn't. Like anytime Falcon is like above here, you can just try to hit him, especially at this percent. Like you're not gonna like take a knee trade and die. Like just jump up and hit him. Short hop, back air, full hop, nair, anything here. Forward tilt, like double jab, anything that just covers ledge and kind of throws out a hitbox here is good. Because he just has this really bad position to double jump to ledge. And that's like, this is a lot of the punish game on Falcon, is like, you hit this, you hit this, you hit this, and if you kill out of this, that's a zero death. Like, you're not gonna like get like a combo off stage into a killing down air, or you're not gonna like shine up be off the top all that often. It's mostly like you combo him a little bit, you make sure you get the edge guard or like a shark type partial edge guard, and then you just go for it. And a lot of times that'll get you the kill a lot easier than like Falcon can get a kill on you.
Yeah. I wanted to say that full hop was probably bad by me in the corner, and then also when I got kneed on shield, I need to remember to. There's something I want to try, which is shield grab, ASDI down, and mash shine.
On what?
If he does like an aerial on my shield.
Oh yeah. I do a lot of like CC shine on like gentlemen's. One thing to note is after this nair, the defense that Falco does after nair is really important to the matchup. Like right here. So the most basic thing to remember is that like what does Falcon want here? He wants a grab. He wants nair grab. He doesn't want nair into aerial. Like he doesn't have like a fox nair to nair you with. So like if he nairs you and you crouch here or something, all he has is the regrab. So like I just prefer doing something here. Like when you get naired, don't just like shield. It's not gonna ever help. Like you survived because he tried to like knee here, but you could have just like done something and like hit through this or whatever, or dashed away or dashed through it. Like you just want to move. Don't remain in place after getting nared unless you're gonna like CC shine or something like that. Basically, You just want to like keep playing. Don't get into this state of like, oh, he landed his nair, so he got me. It's not like a he got me. It's like there's a lot of ways that you can like continue playing there. It's not like a free win for Falcon.
I was gonna say one thing that scares me about the nair from Falcon is I know that one important thing is to be able to like reactively DI down or even SDI down and away on the second hit at low percent, so you can make it as hard as possible for him to get a grab or anything. But I think I find it hard in real time to recognize like how I'm getting nared specifically. So like where I am related in relation to his nair hitbox, where he is, how he's drifting, what like how high in the air he is when he's doing the nair, how high I'm in the air when he's hitting me with the nair. Like all these factors like slightly change how the nair into X mix up plays out for me. And I can't react. I feel like I'm really bad at reacting to all the ways it could. Like I guess I'm asking like, do you feel like you're pretty good at seeing in real time when nair will link into what, or like how far away you'll probably be roughly from Falcon after the nair hits you?
Most of the time. Let me think of the best way to describe it. Like, it's not so simple from the Falcon end either. Like,
yeah,
the game is just complicated and a lot happens. But, like, you're usually going to benefit off of the chaos there more than Falcon. Like, you don't need a perfect response to avoid his next hit, but he kind of needs a perfect response to where you're going to get his next hit. Like, it's harder for the Falcon to confirm off of it than it is for you to, like, avoid it. As long as you have, like, some frames. Like, sometimes you just get nared out of a laser and grab is, like, a true combo and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
But a lot of times, like, you can kind of hold down and away, or you can kind of, like, just hold down and then get, like, a roll, or, like, he nares me, and then I'll get, like, a shine out, or, like, a spot dodge, or, like, you just kind of have to do something. Like, basically, if you think about it, like, when he nares you, you've already lost neutral. Like, getting hit solidly by a Falcon nair is like, you lost. That's it. And it's like, but, you know, and it's like, you want to see it as like a but, rather than like, I can't get out of nair every time, what's wrong with me? You want it to be like, I'm pretty good at getting out of nair sometimes, you know?
Right. Like, when you look at this clip, what would your instinct have been?
Okay, yeah, let me look back. Oh, it's further back.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Like, obviously, you probably wouldn't have done the terrible full hop, but I'm just, like, what would you have
Yeah,
done?
I would have dashed back here.
Oh, okay.
I would have, like, right here, I'm looking at it. When he nares me here, I just hold away, and I would have dashed back immediately here, and then I would have gotten, like, a dash back, laser, whatever.
I feel like sometimes I do that, and they just, like, overshoot grab super hard and just reaches me.
They're reading you, like, like.
So that's just so it is just a mix-up. Yeah. Okay.
Like he already won neutral, and you're like,
yeah.
Sometimes I DI away, and then he hard reads my dash back, and it's like, yeah, that's him winning neutral a whole second time. Like it's not a strong like. That's what I'm saying is like. You don't want to take it as like you get hit by the nair and then you just like cower. Like you really just get to keep playing the game. The nair a lot of times does not give him like a clean neutral win. Even in this situation where you didn't react very well and you just kind of held shield, which is usually what they want, and they get the grab here. Like if I was a Falcon, I would have grabbed here every time.
Right.
But he doesn't grab here and you shield, and it's like, yeah, you're still kind of okay. He has to win neutral like a second time to actually get his combo on you again. And then he kills you out of like the next one. Okay, these are bad. You like these full hops. These are just kind of bad in general. Like these. You just end up with this giant commitment up here, for not like a huge payoff. And I know you're invincible, so you're not really in any like danger. But you also like, it's like when you whiff it, you give away a lot of time. You know, like, this is giving away your entire invincibility for, like, one back air attempt.
Yeah, I've already, like, told myself 1,000 times to stop chasing people up onto platforms unnecessarily, like, during respawn invincibility. But yeah, it's just a bad habit still. I need to work on it for sure.
This is a really common situation that Falcons get. This one where you do laser and then you do dash back and they throw out this nair and you just have to never ever ever get hit by this. It's just kind of like in your brain when they shield a laser, you should be like calculating max nair range and just never get hit by this nair like ever. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just like a common nair to avoid.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, okay, this is the reason why you're tapping Falcon a lot and not getting these big kills, is because you're not thinking of it as setup-oriented enough. So this down air is fine. Sometimes you're going to, like, fight it out. Sword Smash is fine. But, like, right here, this nair, like, what was this nair going to, like, get you, you know? It's like, it's not, like, this nair was never going to, like, kill him or, like, do anything really major, and you just get grabbed for it, and then you're kind of pushing in a little greedily, but you get this, and then, okay, should have just back aired there. Okay, you get the back air, you should be dead. Okay.
Yeah, I like all of your notes so far, I fully agree with, for sure.
Okay. Let me see. And yeah, so this stuff is like, notice that when you're doing stuff off of like the top plat, you're not gonna get anything. Like this is like, yeah, you're not gonna get a big, like that up here is fine, you're getting some damage, but this shine is like, you're never gonna get anything out of this. It's just like not a thing really. You gotta be.
So would you say the prescription there is to just either not chase him up there, or like
I either hit Falcon on the ground or I hit him when he's coming down from the platforms. I don't really like to go up there and try to get him. He's really good at holding that like platform position. Okay, good. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Bad nair.
Yeah, it was the worst nair of all time.
True. Okay. Those full hops in the corner aren't actually that horrendous. They're not like great, but they're Falcon, he really doesn't want to like full hop up air off the stage to try to hit you out of that. It's like bad EV for him. Okay, bad nair. Okay, so there's just a really big issue currently with like the patience in this matchup. It's almost like you. It's kind of like, okay, so it's kind of like where I used to say in this matchup is that like Falco just beats Falcon for free in so many situations that a lot of the game is like being confused, like, oh wait, he's a real character there. And so it ends up like creating like a really whack style for a lot of Falcos in this matchup. Whereas like you would never do any of those nairs against Fox, and it's because you like respect Fox as a character. And with Falcon, it's like you have to respect him until you don't. And the important part is like continuing to respect him until you realize he's in a bad spot. So I'll play like laser dash dance very like respectfully until I kind of get him, like I'll laser him out of the air or I'll get him stuck in shield, and then I'm like, now Falcon is a bad character. But like when Falcon is dash dancing and you're approaching aerial, Falcon is the exact opposite of a bad character.
Yeah.
He's literally better than all the other characters. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just like, I guess it's just inexperience by me, like not knowing the situation or like not paying attention to the situation as it happened.
Well, like look at stuff like this. Like, okay, so Falcon's it's at 50. He's at 50. Like, let's see. If I was like in neutral against Falcon at this percent, I'd be like, okay, like if I kind of land like an up tilt, or even if I get like a forward throw knockdown, or like a down air knockdown, or something like that, I'll be in a pretty good spot. So maybe I would try to hit him with like a laser shine or like laser and then like land a down air or something. And so you have to kind of think about like what moves you want and in which stage positioning you want them, because like otherwise you're just going for like shine nair in place, and it's like it doesn't, have a lot of effectiveness.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it does feel a little bit like you're just, and then you're not aggressive enough on these sharks. Like, what's he gonna do to you? Like, seriously, like, why not, like, try to, like, what's this back air? Why not just, like, the grab ledge, double jump back air, or, like, jump out and try to hit him, you know? Like, what's, the worst case is not that bad.
Yeah, I guess I'm really trying to cover, like, if he just double jump knees on the stage.
And yeah, you can cover that, but when he doesn't, you need to also be ready to not just, like, let him back in total safety.
Right.
I really want to give you some juicy stuff before the end of this lesson in this matchup.
Yeah, I really would appreciate anything, because I feel like I'm just so sick of losing to Falcons. I feel like
I mean, I would be too.
I feel like I'm like.
Did you
like,
see? Oh yeah, what's up?
No, I was just gonna say really quick that since the last time we talked about Falcon, I feel like I've been doing a lot like less awful full hops, but it still feels like I'm making a lot of bad decisions in other ways. So.
Okay, let's see. Let me think. I think I have a VOD of me versus a Falcon recently. Let me see. Been playing some unranked. It's versus this one. Okay. So these last couple games were kind of brutal. I think this was Soof, I'm not sure. But okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go through of like, basically my goal is to like catch Falcon in the air or out of really bad positions with lasers and then capitalize on that. So I'm staying safe and I make sure to like, okay, I'm gonna land some lasers, get some damage, keeping it chill, you know, reacting to nairs. Like, just trying to make it, like, if he does nair in at me, he's kind of in a bad spot.
That was so good. Oh, my God.
And then this is not the best combo out of this. I definitely should have dared here, but sometimes I don't react that perfectly either. Kind of did this. Tech chase. Okay, he goes to ledge. And then I'm kind of pressuring him on the platform here. And it's like at no point in this set, or in this match so far, have I been in, like, any danger. And that's, like, the important part, is, like, the risk management is super important.
Yeah, because the one scary situation was he power shielded your laser, and you dealt with it, like, masterfully. You took laser dash dance and then crouch shined it.
Yeah, and he's so far away, like, what's he really gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, like, look at this. So then it's like, he nairs, and it's like, I realize that I'm getting nair, and I just hold down. Just like, oh, he's nairing me? Down. And then you just get out. Okay, get some reversal shine, crouch under the side plat. His moves just, like, kind of miss.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, big punish. And then it's like this is like, you can be like, oh, this isn't a zero. Okay, 17 to death. But it's like, this is kind of a zero death on Falcon Watch. Like, shine, back air, like this, you know, he's dead. That's a zero death, and it's not like this beautiful, like, I comboed him around every platform twice, you know? It's like, no, you just kind of, once you can get him off stage, he's really weak, and then you can just sort of kill him.
Yeah, that's what my perception was of your punishes on S2J. It felt like it was a lot of this, but, like, I didn't understand it. I couldn't understand the method. Like, how were you making it seem like all these little short piece combos were linking together so consistently and then leading to death every time?
Yeah, and it's because I'm aiming really hard to get these, like, advantageous, like, either edge guard or, like, shark after his double jump, like, positions. And then, you know, there's a lot of positions like this with the nair, like, you just hold down. So it's like this, hold down, go to ledge, nair's useless. And then you're back in the combo game. And then I catch him coming down. Oh, this combo's sick. And then, bam.
Wait, that up air you did earlier in the combo, I would not have done that up air. I'm like curious why you
this
chose
one?
to do that up. Yeah.
This is like an up air I've labbed against Falcon, where this is just literally like a specific up air that I've labbed at like pretty low percent, like 30. If you do dashing up air here and he DIs away, he'll go off the platform and you get a free forward smash, and it's just it's instant death. And if he doesn't, he DIs up and you get like a continued juggle like this. And that's why I just shine him on the right side. So then Waveland here, if he goes off stage, I can probably get a shark. If he goes up, I just keep comboing him, and then you get like back air, down air.
Oh,
And then
I
get
that.
mad lazy this last stock, so let's not watch that one. Let's look at this one instead. I literally just started being like, yeah, that last stock was sick, huh? And I just kind of did a bunch of... I still won, but like I just started like forward smashing and stuff, so...
Right.
And then like, hey, let's look at another one where I'm like, okay, lasers, okay, bad,
Wait, can you explain that laser run up wave dash back you did?
Yeah, because like, what's he gonna do?
Are you just holding down during the wave dash, like in case he nairs or something? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess, but like he can't hit me. Like I don't even think this wave dash is like great anyway, but like it's pretty safe. Like unless he hard reads me and stomps to here, like or whatever, at 0, like I'm kind of safe. Like it's just don't really worry about the wave dash too much. It wasn't like super complicated or anything. I just like kind of threw it out. Okay, and then. It's like instead of going for Falcon on the platforms, I'm just kind of chilling, and I'm like, oh, he comes down. Okay, just collect my money.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of not great by me going to the platform. Okay, let's see. And then, okay, bad. See, I get punished for going up there. Going up there is not that good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I seem to remember this game was pretty good, though. So it's just like some unranked friendlies. Yeah, this is like a common situation against Falcon. The down air here was not a great idea, but like you catch him like lasering him like right before he lands right here is usually just so strong. He doesn't have like a Marth fair, so he ends up in stun for like a really long time. Like if I had done this down air slightly later, I would have caught him out of like his empty land, where it's like that. Okay, let's see what happens here. So I'm like pressuring. I got hit by the nair, but a lot of times the nair's like nair's not even that good. Like, oh, what was he gonna? He had to like hard read this.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Kind of pressuring. And a lot of times...
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I did get hit here. The thing is, though, is that, like, this is a pretty rare case to, like, get need here. It'll happen sometimes, but honestly, it's just... I live it, kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like... There are going to be mix-ups, but unless you're... Like, usually, I wouldn't go for this at a high percent. Like, this was definitely, like, an error. If I was at, like, 20 or something, this would have been great. Because if I get need, nothing happens.
Right.
Definitely not the perfect decision making this game, but I think there's some good stuff coming up, from what I remember. Okay, get him off stage, and then it's like, oh, you're just dead. I mess up though. Back air's bad there. Let's see. Trying to look for something useful. Okay, dead. The JC Shine is really good against Falcon. And then, yeah, you get...
That downer you did off the Shine on the top platform, I would not have done that.
And then, like this, I definitely tried to dash attack here, I'm pretty sure, or forward tilt. I got this jab instead, so like, oops.
Right. But I saw the vision, yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, not very good on the edge guard or recovery. Okay. And the edge guard's pretty easy with just, like, back airs and stuff like that. It's kind of like, I don't know. Once you get him off stage, it's pretty guaranteed dead if he's not too close.
Right.
I'm playing so bad this game. I'm like, we played like a long session, so some of the games I was like testing stuff more and being a little bit like more disrespectful or whatever. So I knew that last game was really good. This one seems okay. What were you saying?
I was gonna say there's some recovery situations that Falcons do where they like will up B from like kind of high.
Yeah.
And like if you don't have time to already have jumped out there with them to like cut off their trajectory, it feels like you kind of just have to play a drift mix up and it's really hard sometimes to. It might have even come up in your set with SJ actually. Yeah, like if we could watch like a few edgeguard attempts, I want to see like there's certain recoveries that he does.
I always edgeguard so badly against Falcon in tournament. It's really funny. Okay, so this is an example of like I get these lasers. I'll catch like a laser like this, and then I use this laser as pressure.
Right.
Because I caught him out of the air. And then, okay, just defend against the nairs. Nair defense is so important, like this. Like, I'm just always, like, ready. If I'm going to get naired, I'm just like, press buttons! Yeah. Like, and it helps crazy. A lot for his nair to, like, not work so well.
Yeah, I feel like you're definitely just way more aware of all these situations. Like, you, like, CC down tilted as gentleman. I would never have done that.
Yeah, I think that a lot of it is like an experience thing. Ignore this. I think a lot of it is just like an experience thing where like you kind of gain like a sensitivity to Falcon's options over time. He doesn't really have all that many, so it becomes kind of like it's kind of like when you play against a lot of puff for a while and you realize that you're just looking out for the up air and it's really not that hard to just avoid up air. It's kind of like that feeling where like I just sort of can avoid most of his moves by autopilot, and then even if the nair hits, a lot of times this happens. I just go to ledge. Right. So it's like I kind of just like avoiding like just don't let him hit you with like his absolute hardest stuff, and you're pretty fine. There's a nair again. Like he keeps landing these nairs, but they don't really do that much for Falcon.
Right. Especially like at this like mid high percent.
Mm-hmm. Like, no, he mostly gets them at like 0, but then at 0 I get like the hold down stuff and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I do this a lot. Like this is like that CC shine stuff. Even at like 117, like shield the nair and then jab, and I just shine him out of it.
Yeah, I feel like somehow whenever I go for that, my shine just whiffs somehow, or I mistime it. It doesn't come out.
You have to mash it.
Yeah.
I literally mash it like I'm doing a Luigi down B.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, give me that! Like,
that's actually a good analogy. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so let's see. And
there was an edge guard on the first stock that you missed that was similar to the one that I was thinking of. That's
where he ended up here?
I think so. It was like, I think you like went for a back air and you ended up.
Yeah, let me go over that really quick.
Because I know you said you don't really hit your edge guards in the tournament that well, but I was just thinking like, what would your ideal situation look like?
Okay. So you're talking about right here, I think. So I grab the edge. Okay, so this is one of the only situations where Falcon roughly has like a mix-up, and so basically, if you don't have to grab the edge. So if Falcon can't double jump to edge here, there is no mix-up. He's dead because I'm going to edge guard from on stage. But if I make this choice to grab the edge to cover his double jump to edge, then there is some form of a mix-up here where like I missed this. But like I can still definitely cover this. I just for some reason in my head, like, I probably should have just waited and shined, you know? But in my head, I was like, oh, he's definitely missing this platform, which is why I up-tilted. But, like, otherwise, I can just back air this again or whatever and be, like, literally just continue the edge guard.
I see.
And then, yeah, once he's no longer able to grab the edge, then he doesn't have any form of mix-up. I just throw this here in case he tries to do some sort of weird air dodge. It'll just kind of mess him up. And then right here I should just grab edge, but I just messed it up. So, like, game 1 of top 6, and I'm like, oh, like that. Obviously, that's just like an easy back air.
Was that so? That one was that also because technically he could drift to ledge after his double jump? Is that why that was a little bit trickier?
Nah, I just missed. Like, cause right here, once I hit these lasers, I'm like, nah, like I'm fine. It was just cause I went for turnaround full hop and I didn't do the backflip here. Like, I just messed up. If I had just done a backflip back air here, this hits for sure.
Wait, what would you should you have done instead?
Backflip, like full hop backwards.
From here, like
yeah, look, like right here, I just full hop straight up instead of back, and I would have hit him.
Oh, is it? Are you saying that he couldn't have gone past you if you backflipped? You're not worried about him going past
No,
you?
I have this edge guard against. I don't do it that much in this set. I've done it in a lot of other sets. Let me show you really quick. Let me just get a replay. I like to do this edge guard against Falcon where. What in the world? Like. Okay. It started like in a weird spot. So, what I do when he's recovering is I do this thing with like a late double jump, where let me. How do I make him recover? I guess I should.
Can you like you can probably do a like take over the Falcon?
Yeah, but I just want him to like do like a normal recovery. Okay, let me just put him at like 100 or something here. Okay, and then I'll like hit him, and I do this, like that. I do like full hop, and I'll do a late back air. And a lot of times when you full hop up, you'll see them like start to drift back, and so I get this edge guard a lot where I do like this, and then I just grab edge because they drift back, and then if they drift in, I go like this, and then I double jump like that. So I do like full hop, and then I'll do like a late like this, and then sometimes you can even get like this and they'll drift back and you get that, but a lot of times I'll just like full hop out and then they drift back and I'll just grab edge. I do this a lot, and if they push in, bam, double jump that way.
Right.
I don't think I do it at all in this set because like, dude, I don't know, in tournament things get really messy because like, you know, you're playing all these different matchups in a row and there's like a lot of pressure and like it's really hard to like keep everything together. But I do really like that edge guard, and that's like a lot of what I use. Okay, so let's see. Actually, we're pretty much at time. Let me go on the FD game because I feel like, yeah, that was the really bad. I should have done the full hop back air there. Full hop back air, late double jump. Basically, think of it as like the later the double jump, the better. And right there, that was really bad. Not a showcase of me edge guarding. But yeah, so look at like right here. Like I'm not just like going for a hit. I know that I'm kind of chilling, so I'm just gonna like play safe, get my back airs. Oh, come on. I think I like give up this stock first or something. Tournament play is ridiculous. Where I'm just like, okay, I'm playing it safe, I'm doing good stuff, and then you're like, you died. Like, dude, like...
yeah.
Okay. But, okay, so it's like hit. And this is like a lot of times the way Falcon combos will go in like a tournament setting is you try to get this big combo and you don't really get it. And this is kind of what you were saying, is like sometimes that'll happen. But like as his percent gets higher, you get closer and closer to just like edge guard percents, and then eventually I'll get something like this, and then oh ta-da, and then you get kind of like a better situation to like edge guard in. So it's like you do want the zero death, and I showed you in that Yoshi's game that there were like plenty of those situations in which I actually did get kind of like a zero death type punish, and I get some. I think these last two stocks are kind of like that, but I didn't really get them. Before that. Okay, let's see. So it's like, okay, get your damage, miss this, confirm, that's fine, stay safe, trying to look for the lasers out of the air, kind of looking for like a nice down air combo. Okay, and I get it, hit him, full hop nair out of the double jump, like, and it's like, this might look like, wow, that's crazy, but it's like, dude, this happens all the time. Like, Falcon just double jumps, gets hit out of it, and dies. And so it's like, yeah.
I was gonna ask,
and oh yeah, wait, really quick.
Like your lasers. Sorry, go ahead.
Just let me finish this last talk. It's like, this is just like kind of exactly like what you want to do against Falcon. It's like move. I get this high laser, block the nair, dash JC shine, get this low to the ground combo, hit him off, grab ledge, back air. Like that's like the ideal Falcon stock. Basically, is like you hit him a bunch, hit him off, and then you kill him.
That was like I think your literal like only. Or like I think that in this set that was your only death combo.
Yeah, like my really, like pure zero death. Yeah.
Yeah, pure zero to death. Which is why I was like, whoa, is it just kind of hard to combo Falcon? I guess, but
it just it just sort of evens out because they miss a lot more tech chases in tournament and stuff like that too. It's just hard. It's a hard game. But ideally, you should like in practice. I'm zero death and Falcon like every time, and then you know in tournament it's just a lot harder. But you know in practice, SCJ kills Falco at 0 every time too.
Right. I was gonna say about the lasers that you were doing, especially this game. It seemed like I need to. I don't know if my execution is just really bad, but I can't do the lasers at the height where he can't power shield or meaningfully power shield, and also it won't go over his head. Like I want to shoot him just high enough so that it still hits his shield, but it can't be power shielded. You were like hitting, I think, those laser heights like super. Like there was at least a few of them you hit in a row that were really good, and it's insane because like on FD it looks like it basically just forced SG to just keep doing like shield full hop mix-ups over and over, which is like if I could do that, like that would be my ideal. But I feel like I'm really
yeah. You're
bad.
like, I want to play against Falcon, who's forced to shield full hop over and over.
Yeah, but like I feel like I don't shoot the lasers correctly, so they just either end up getting like easy power shields or
yeah. So first of all,
or just goes over their head.
I don't mind. So I don't mind if they power shield, and I don't mind if it goes over their head.
Yeah. I think that goes without saying that you showed even like the first like laser you like took the power shield and then crouch shined him. So like obviously you're good at that too. But like I feel like even just like getting the lasers that he doesn't power shield, you're really consistent at that.
Well, it's like if you think about it, a lot of times it's like if you try to shoot a laser at Falcon's head and you shoot it a little high, like he doesn't know that, you know. A lot of times they'll try to power shield the laser that goes over their head, and now they're stuck in shield, and now you have the exact setup you want. A lot of times you laser them, they power shield, nothing happens, and you just kind of shoot another laser until one does go over their head, and they miss the power shield because it doesn't hit them, you know. For me, the lasers, the entire point of the lasers is just to stop Falcon's aerial movement. I don't really worry about his ground movement at all. If he wants to run in and grab me, he's welcome to. I have shines and down airs and all that stuff waiting up till. So, like, I'm more worried about him jumping in on me, and so my lasers, like, every time I shoot a laser in this matchup, I'm like, the image in my mind is that the laser is blocking an aerial. I do not consider his grounded position that heavily when lasering.
Yeah, I like one big thing that I noticed is different about your play is you basically never full approaching laser, which I do a lot.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bad against Falcon. Yeah, I think you can make it work once he's already shielding, but it just sort of opens up the possibility for him to just like hard read you with a nair and stuff like that.
Yeah, or even like what I find is sometimes I go for like approaching high lasers to catch their dash back, but like also won't be power shielded. But then like sometimes they just will dash back, the laser goes over their head, and then they don't get hit by my like dash JC shine after because they're like they like full dash all the way out of the range of both my
right. Yeah, no, definitely. And the truth is you just don't need the approaching laser. Like your laser's in place and your retreating laser and your like quote like your approaching lasers that aren't right onto them. Like I'm fully in favor of approaching lasers that like close space. I'm not talking about those though. I mean like the ones where like you're trying to like cross him up or land like on top of him or read dash back. I think those are all really bad against Falcon. Because you don't need him. He already gets stuck with your normal lasers, and he already gets put in shield and into bad positions and all that kind of stuff without needing to like risk yourself. It's the same as against Fox, where I tell people not to approaching laser Fox.
Yeah.
The only top tier that approaches
versus Marth or Fox.
The only character that approaching laser is insane against is Marth. I think it's really bad against Sheik, Fox, Falcon, and then it's just like the bread and butter every day against Marth. Like it's like approaching laser is like the only thing that works against Marth really well. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I guess I think of it as like it's like my only way to really catch them if they're trying to run away on the ground.
Well, I mean, if they run away from you and you shoot a laser in place, that means they just dashed into the corner and took a laser.
Yeah.
So like when they just move away, you get free stage positioning, free pressure, stuff like that.
Right. That's for sure. I think I'm like I just need to get the shine. That's all I want.
Yeah. Okay. So really quick, we're definitely past an hour. That's fine. I'll just go over a quick review with the Fox stuff. Okay. So first of all, with the speed stuff, it's like you just gotta full commit to it. Sometimes you gotta not. You have to like when your ego is hurt because you're losing playing fast. You have to like take that as like a badge of honor. That like, yeah, I bet my opponent ego isn't hurt. You know, like I bet they're just
Right.
playing nice and comfy. Like I'm gonna overcome them by hurting myself with hurting my ego, and so like. Yeah, so kind of leaning into that, and then like making sure to take it seriously. Like you have to consider that fast play. Like I know it's difficult, but like just be like, that's me. Like I need to be like it's like picking up a new character. Like you're picking up button spam Falco, and you need to learn how to play button spam Falco, but you need to consider it yourself, your style, take it seriously as like put your ego into this bad version of Falco that's getting bodied. And it hurts,
Right.
but you'll come out the other end with both. You will not lose the stuff you practiced for. You definitely will come out with both. And
Yeah.
okay, with the Fox thing, yeah, his punishes aren't that crazy. You need to focus more on how you're ending your punishes rather than just hitting a punish until it's over. When the punish is gonna end, you need to like basically instead of just comboing until you drop it, you need to combo and finish your combos. Whether it's finishing with a kill or finishing with just an edge guard, like when you're comboing, try to focus on like I'm ending the combo now. What is the situation that this combo is leading to?
Right.
Then with Falcon, stay low to the ground, practice crouching versus like nair, stuff like that. Something that kind of helped me is like I just like play against Falcon and don't really try that hard, and I just kind of like run around and let him nair me and try to practice getting out of it. Like if you find like kind of a bad Falcon to play against, like honestly it was literally just like I was bad against it and I lost to Suf a couple times because he just kept nair grabbing, and so I just went online and played against Falcons and just let them nair me and tried to get out. And you know, you can also like set up an Uncle Punch replay and just practice. That actually helps a lot too. Like just practice, set up a couple save states of Falcon nairing at you and just practice dashing around and getting hit by it and jumping into it and stuff, and just seeing like what happens to you at various percents. That helped me out a ton.
Yeah.
And then mentally sort of adjusting against Falcon that like once I get a shine, this shine could potentially set up an edge guard. And that is sort of how you got to think about it. Is like every shine is a potential combo into an edge guard, which is a potential kill. And playing it very like fishing oriented, like he's fishing for a knockdown, you need to fish for your shine. Don't play it like kind of scrappy nair and here or there. Like you want to very much like minimize the amount of openings it takes to kill him,
Right.
and
right.
stay low while you're doing it. Don't like. You can play vertically in this matchup, but the parts you're missing the most are the parts that are like staying low to the ground and focusing more on like. I think it's more of a mental thing, to be honest. Like it looked like a lot of your patterns are kind of okay, and it's more about, well, obviously the defense against the nair and stuff like that, but in terms of like the offense, it's more of just like you've tried to combo Falcon from 0 to 120 and kill him, and you're like, this is impossible. It's like, yeah, it is impossible, but also up tilt forward smash kills at 50 like guaranteed, you know?
Right.
Because
Right.
he just like can't recover. It's like this is a thing I always say is if you get good at comboing spacies, it makes you bad at comboing Falcon until you learn that it's different. Because comboing spacies is fair. It's fair. You're like, oh, they did really good DI and they got out, or like I kind of had to mix them up to keep this combo going, and like when they get out, it kind of like makes a lot of sense and stuff like that. Falcon combo game isn't fair. Like you can just kind of hit him twice and hit him off stage and he's dead. Like so many of these combos like against Fox where you're like, I don't want to end it with that, you know, like I ended it with forward smash early and it got me nothing. With Falcon, he's dead. Like full hop back air, double jump down air, dead, where spacies usually aren't. Like nair forward smash, dead. Like up tilt, like up, one mix up on the up air into a back air, literally dead because he can't get back. Like a lot of times, you know, you hit him with a back air, you go to ledge, double jump back air, he air dodges back to stage, you get another shine, you hit him once, you hit him off stage again, and now he's dead. And it's like, that's the combo game on him. It's not beautiful, and it's not fair. You can kill him off of any dumb thing whenever you want. It doesn't even need to be a good combo. You just have to get him off stage. And I think that mental adjustment
yeah.
is big because you kind of get used to like, don't combo too cheesily against Spaceys, you know? And it's like, nope, against, and like Sheik too. It's like, or like Marth. It's like, you can't really combo like a cheeser. You have to combo like a professor. And then this matchup is just like, yo, down tilt forward smash, like, yeah, like, you know, like it literally is like, that is the way. It's just up tilt, up tilt, up tilt, nair, forward smash or something like that. It's just, the combos are dumb. And you gotta get used to how dumb they are. And the more you just do dumb, stupid combos on Falcon, the more you're like, wait a minute, this is... Like, once you start landing the dumb... Like this game, right? Like this game where I literally just, like, kill him twice in the span of 30 seconds off of, like, nothing significant. Like, I just kind of tap him, and I'm like, haha, like, hit him. Like, this isn't a combo game you would get on Spaceys. Like, you would never kill Spaceys twice in a row off of, like, this, where you're just like, derp, derp. Like, Spaceys never die from that. You would never kill a Fox off of a combo like this. You would need to do something way crazier. You don't just get up air, back air, and they're dead, you know? But, like, against Falcon, he kind of just is.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So that's
Okay,
alright. That's the final advice on that. We went a little bit over, but I kind of wanted to. Not gonna like charge extra or anything. You're good.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right. Hopefully this helps. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know we went over a lot of info, so good luck.
Yeah, I'll watch this back later. Thanks
All right.
so much for that.
Sick, dude. Yeah. Have a good one. Peace.
All right, you too. Bye.